Hi, my name is Procrastinating Writer, otherwise known as James Edwards, so let's begin this video, shall we? My dog's awoken. He's doing that slutty dog lie back down thing that they all do when they just do that. They're slut. Anyway, this video is about overcoming insecurities and anxiety to start writing. I had a comment on my previous video from Rodrigo Martins. I probably pronounced that horribly wrong, but I have lazy tongue. And he says, "Hello, I have an idea for a history about 2 or 3 years, but I feel so insecure to start writing it, and I never forget it." What I'm thinking he means is that for the last 2 to 3 years, he's had an idea for a story. He's had an idea about something he wants to do, but he feels insecure about writing it, and so far he hasn't forgotten it. I'm going to try and assuage your insecurities and your fears right now to start writing. That's what I'm going to do in this video, is try my best. I can relate to this because I do have a story idea that I've been thinking for 2 to 3 years that I'm feeling insecure about writing. But differently, because I'm working on a trilogy that I've been working on for 3 or 4 years, that it's becoming hard to finish because I'm asking myself a lot of questions about is it any good? And is thinking about this for 3 or 4 years and working hard on this for 3 or 4 years worth it? And you have to look at it like this. There's no point in holding an idea up to be the most important idea in the universe, the most important idea that you have. Sometimes you have to make the decision to make it less important, even if it's somewhat emotionally painful. It reminds me of the behind the scenes video I watched of Under the Skin with Scarlett Johansson. The director was talking about how originally he didn't want music in the first 3 quarters of the film, and there was going to be a radio played, and that was going to be the only time we hear music, or the first time we hear music. And the music we played after, now that the characters heard music, knows music, hears music. And it became such an agonising decision on what to pick as a song that it became paralytic. And it was, is this going to be any good? Is this the song we want? What song should it be? And it decided, screw it, let's put music in the beginning of it, let's do it like that, so that decision becomes less important. Sometimes if you hold on to an idea for a long time and you're putting a lot of weight into it, a lot of importance into it, it becomes a slower decision process. And a slower decision process means you can weigh options, and if you just do nothing but weigh options and think and imagine, you're not doing anything. It's paralytic. Indecision is paralytic. And insecurity and anxiety comes from not knowing if it's the right decision. At the end of the day, it's only you who gets to see the beginning of the novel. You don't have to show anyone, and you don't have to tell anyone. I think the fear comes from, it's just been in your imagination for so long that if you were to do it, it has to be like that. It has to, otherwise it will fail, otherwise it's rubbish, and that's not true. What you can do with your own 2 hands, or 3 hands, or 4, I don't know, there's someone out there, or 1, or no hands. Your feet, what you can do with your body in the real world means more, and is far more beautiful than what you can do in your imagination, what you can do in your dreams. Because if dreams are all that important, why would we wake up? Why would our brain want to wake up and experience? Yeah, that might be a stupid question. Why do we want beauty and success and all these kind of things in our life, not just in our minds? And I guess coming to the obstacle of reality hitting it is difficult. I'm scared shitless about what's going to happen to these stories after I write them. I'm scared to see what 3 to 4 years of work will do. Even if it turns out to be a failure, even if you make mistakes. You write 1 sentence, you know you can write a sentence, so therefore you write a 2nd sentence. You know you can write a paragraph, great. You know you can do a 2nd one because you're working at it little bit by little bit at a time, word by word. You know you can do a chapter, therefore the next chapter doesn't seem too difficult because you've written a sentence before, and then you've written a paragraph before, then you've written a chapter before, and before you know it, you look back and you think, I wrote 10,000 words, I can do another 10,000 words. The creative process is very weird, and people are different about it. And so the only advice I can give to anyone who's insecure or anxiety and worried is to try and tell them that what you will do if you start is far more beautiful than what your mind can do for you. The most meaningful moments in our lives don't come in our imagination, they don't come in our dreams. No one says, this dream I had 2 years ago was the happiest moment of my life. No one says anything like that. And what you have to know is just what you create now is going to lead on to more beautiful things, and if you stay and contemplate the story in your mind forever. But hopefully this video helps someone. And I guess it's been a personal airing of mine as well, because I'm having slight insecurity and doubt issues, but remember, everything's fine. Now I gotta go because my dog's gonna bark. My friend's here.